Erica and Sharon are sisters who began their grief journey in 2006 when Erica's 10-year-old son Austin drowned. Together, they participated in a grief education program, were so moved by this experience, they studied and became specialists so they could help the brokenhearted find recovery. In 2015, tragedy struck their family once again when Erica's oldest son Donovan was killed in a motorcycle accident. Erica and Sharon are committed to sharing their experiences of love, loss, and healing through this podcast. Now your grief specialists, Sharon and Erica.
You are listening to Healing Starts with the Heart podcast with Sharon and Erica.
Welcome, friends. I am Sharon Brubaker.
And I'm Erica Honore.
This is a podcast for and about grievers. It's for all the people that are out there that are our friends that have broken hearts. You may have experienced some grief or loss, as we have. And we're here to help you with everything that we've learned.
And even though we've had our own experiences, we're not experts on you or how you're feeling or what you're going through, because we can only share our experience and what we went through and how horrible it was for us and what we've learned along the way. So if we can, through our experience, help you in any way, that's our end game right there.
Sharing our grief.
Yeah.
We're sharing our grief and the process that we've gone through to move beyond that pain. We want to welcome you today.
Today we're talking about Valentine's Day, which normally should be like, oh, love, Valentine's Day. But unfortunately, it's like sad because you have a broken heart on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of people are getting divorced.
Yeah.
Breaking up long-term relationships.
Right. Or
even new relationships that you were interested in that you thought, hey, I kind of like this guy. It's vibing. That didn't work out.
What about the person, Erica, that doesn't have a date for Valentine?
Right.
That's a grieving experience.
Absolutely. What if it's been several Valentines?
Oh, my gosh. That was what I was going to say. And we find that sometimes when society sets us up to have these expectations.
Yeah.
And one of the expectations is that we're going to have a date for Valentine's Day, or we're going to have plans for Valentine's Day, or we're going to be with our lover on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Sometimes that doesn't happen.
No, and the problem is it's so over commercialized.
Right.
So here you get through Christmas, New Year's without a significant other, or the one you've lost, you know. So you make it through these holidays just barely clawing your way out.
Yeah.
And on Christmas Eve, you see all the Valentine's crap on the shelves.
Yeah.
So it's another reminder like, here's another day that I have to be reminded I don't have whoever in your life. You know, your spouse, your boyfriend, your prospect. You don't have it.
Yeah.
That's hard.
That's so hard. It's like, I agree with you. It's like we just got through the holidays. I had a client just recently, and her husband passed away, and going towards the Valentine holiday was just absolutely excruciating to her.
Yeah.
And it's almost like we want to put our hands up and stop going, or even get the months and the days to stop passing by, right? Because we just don't want to go to that day. Mm-hmm. We just don't want to experience. It's a total reminder that he or she is not here.
Absolutely, because you just want to bury yourself in anything else and wake up and have it not be that day.
Right.
You know, so it's really easy to get caught up in that pattern. And then one thing you know is it goes from that day to weeks, months, and now here you are, another year has gone by, and guess what? It's Valentine's Day again.
The other thing that happens is that we can put it together and hold tight to get through Valentine's Day. Like, okay, it's Tuesday. I just got to get through Tuesday. But we tend to fall apart the next day.
Right.
Because what we did was we just held on. We white-knuckled it all the way through. I just got to hold on. And we get through that day. But then what happens, I find a lot of times with our grieving friends, is that next day is where they fall apart and call us.
Yeah.
Or they start disturbing short-term energy relieving behaviors.
They don't get out of bed.
Yeah, they don't get out of bed. Or just like you said, the next few weeks, it sends them over the top.
Right.
So we're talking about this right now because we need to be prepared.
Right. It's so important to have a plan.
You got to have a plan for that day. Mm-hmm. You have to have a plan for that day. Even if that plan is, I'm going to go out for a romantic dinner by myself, but I know I'm going to enjoy this.
Right.
I'm
You're
gonna-
prepared.
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
going to get the most expensive steak I can on the menu. I'm going to have a glass of wine. I'm going to sit and enjoy this place that he and I used to go to all the time.
Right.
And I'm thoroughly going to enjoy it.
Because then you're doing it on your terms.
Yes.
It's not society or the experience taking over for you. You're setting the terms. And one of the things that I did that really helped, I know we've talked about this in the past, but my first Christmas without Austin, I started with what I didn't want. The things that I knew would absolutely break me down and prevent me from being able to allow Jordan and Donovan to still have a good Christmas, or the other family members. I started, okay, I knew we had a tradition. Santa Claus would come every Christmas Eve. I knew I couldn't handle that. There was no way I was going to survive that. So we made some other, you and I talked it out, and we came up with a plan.
Yes.
And it ended up, we still cried. There were still tears, but we had a great, great Christmas.
Yes.
So if you can translate that for Valentine's Day or whatever holiday you need to get through, come up with a plan.
So you have to set your intention. You set your intention of what you want that day to be. That's number one. Number two, when you set your intention, you're using your prefrontal cortex. So you're using the front part of your brain, which is helping you to really come up with a plan.
Right.
And not so much be in your heart, not so much be broken, but when we set that intention and the plan, that's number one. Number two, it's going to help us to have something to look forward to. And just like Erica said, you may cry all the way through it,
Right.
but at least you have a plan.
Right.
And if need be, make a plan for the day after Valentine's as well. I'm going to go to bed early. I'm going to sleep through it. I'm not going to do this. But the next day I'm getting up and I'm going to call my number one girlfriend, who I know will be able to talk to me and listen to my tears.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's the thing. Because it's even if your plan is, I'm just not going to get out of bed. I'm going to put on my most comfortable pajamas, my favorite fuzzy socks. I'm going to watch all these movies that make me cry my eyes out. But tomorrow I'm going to get up and I'm going to do that. You know, meet with the girlfriend and get out. We're going to go on a hike. Then that's still something.
Yes.
It's still something that you're preparing yourself for.
Yes. And write it out if you have to. Write it out the days before. Write out, journal how you're feeling about it.
Right.
Write a love letter to your missing soulmate.
Absolutely.
Write a love letter to him or her.
Yeah.
Write a love letter to your child. Here's the other thing that I think is so important, Erica, which I think you can relate to this. It doesn't have to be a lover for you to grieve Valentine's Day.
No. It could be just,
It could be your child.
yeah.
It could be your pet.
Right.
It could be the loss of a job.
Yeah.
It could be that you moved from your hometown.
Yeah.
And you're missing all the people that you're normally
for
around.
sure.
Just because it's Valentine's Day and this is the holiday of love doesn't mean that you're just going to grieve lovers.
No. It could be anything. Because
Yeah.
when your heart's broken, you feel that at 100%. And it's whatever you're related to. It could be you lost your fur baby.
Yeah.
Your favorite cat that sits with you and used to watch your shows
Yeah.
is not there anymore.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things too that's important is to avoid the intellectual comments. Avoid the people in your circle that want to say, "Oh, you broke up with your boyfriend. It's okay. There's plenty of fish in the sea. There's
that's the
another guy
worst.
out there. Get on Tinder and swipe right or left. I don't even know how it works, but do that. You know, get out there." But that is not helpful.
No, it is
when you're
not.
feeling sad.
No, it's not. Because I think people want to fix you.
They do.
They want to fix your brain and they want to give you something to mask that pain. And a lot of times, this is what I hear from my clients, is that when they hear those comments, they're like, it wasn't helpful at all. Why did
No.
she even say that?
Well, no, and it's to fix you and to make me feel comfortable,
Yeah.
because I don't want to talk about this with you
Yeah.
because it's weird and
Yeah.
you're crying. I don't want you to cry,
Yeah.
because if you cry, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So it's more, I think, for the person who should be listening with an open heart and open ears, and just let that person, you know, say whatever they need to say.
What if you wake up that day and all you do is cry?
That's okay.
Yeah.
Cry.
Yeah. Until you get it out. Here's
Yeah.
the other thing. I had a client in last week, and she told me, you know what? I had set the intention that I was just going to do the ugly cry all day long. I was just going to bawl and do the ugly cry and just really bring it in from my gut. And you know what I realized? Couldn't do it all day. She's like, I got in a good 20 minutes, and then the rest of the day I was exhausted. So here's the thing, my friends. You're not going to die if you do the ugly cry.
Right.
You're not going to fall completely. You could completely fall apart, but you're not going to fall off the couch.
Right.
It's okay.
Yes.
Get it out if you need to. Set a date to get that ugly cry out and go for it.
Yeah.
You won't be able to do it all day, even
No.
though you think you might be able to.
Right.
I think a lot of times people think they won't be able to stop themselves.
Well, and I think they feel like and it definitely feels like this because I can relate. Like some dark abyss is going to open up and swallow you, and you'll never
Yeah.
find your way. But it can feel like that. It really can. But if you are prepared,
Yeah.
and you have a good supporting circle, you will claw your way out of that abyss,
Yeah.
and end up on the other side. As long
Yeah.
as you're willing to do the work.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to do the work and you don't have a plan and you ugly cry all day and you just don't have any direction after that, that abyss will come and get you and it will swallow you up. And it's going to feel awful.
Yeah.
It's going to feel awful for a long time. The other thing with someone who wants to cry, but what about the person who's angry? I saw on some mindless show that I don't know. They have these places where you could go and you can like wreck things with like sledgehammers.
Oh, really?
And I thought, how amazing is that?
Oh, yeah.
You know, because how often
Yeah.
do we meet with the client that's angry? You know,
Yeah.
what if Joe Schmo did her wrong, or what if, you know, he was done wrong
Yeah.
by Kathy Sunshine or
Yeah,
whatever, you know,
exactly.
and you're just pissed.
Oh, yeah.
You can go, I mean, wouldn't that be a great experience?
That actually it would be an emotion that would show up for that day.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So you may not be grieving the loss of a loved one, but you could be mad as heck about a breakup for
Yeah,
sure. And that
yeah.
would show up that day. That would be really cool if you could
I know, that would be so awesome. I remember having a conversation with Donovan.
blow
this
up
is-
their photo.
This is what I always think about when it comes to Valentine's Day. Donovan was dating a new girl, and she seemed like a very lovely girl. I mean, it was brand new. And he broke up with her the day before Valentine's Day. And I said to him, Donovan, you can't break up with her the day before Valentine's Day. You know what she's going to be thinking about next year on Valentine's Day? How you broke up with her the day before Valentine's Day.
that was awful.
I know. So in that event,
Well, how old was he?
20 years old.
Okay.
In the event that you're going to, you know, remember that on Valentine's Day, like, I remember that jerk broke up
Yeah.
with me. What a great event. Get your girlfriends, go to one of those places, smash the heck out of some
Oh, yeah.
junk, and you're going to feel that good exhaustion.
Exactly.
That, you know, I've worked that out. I
Yeah.
left that in that room.
Because the alternative to that is that you're going to be at your family's party.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to say something that's going to trigger you. And guess what? You're going to blow up at the party or
Right.
start a fight with someone in the house
Yeah.
that didn't need to go there, because we will react. We know that for
Yep.
sure.
And it's going to be so over the top. And
Yeah.
people are going to be like, what'd I say? I don't know," you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you don't want that.
No, you don't want that. You definitely don't want that. Well, this has been a great show of Valentine's, love, and just some ideas of what people can do for the holiday.
Right. Yeah. And it doesn't have to apply just to Valentine's
Yes,
Day.
I
It
agree.
could go for Mother's Day, Christmas, birthdays.
Yeah.
As long as you have a plan and you're prepared and you have your, what do you call them? Your supporting cast?
Supporting staff.
Your supporting staff. As long as you have your supporting staff ready to get you in whatever capacity they need to, you'll make it through.
Yes, you will. We promise you will make it through. Recovery means to feel better.
Yeah.
Recovery means that you can go to Valentine's Day without falling apart. Recovery means you can laugh again. You can tell jokes, even about grief.
Yeah.
We talk about our loved ones all the time. We share fond memories of them and stories of them, and it is so cool. Erica, share real quick with where they can find us.
They can find us at healingstartswiththeheart.com.
Yes, because let's share our grief, my friends.
Yes.
Come to healingstartswiththeheart.com. Sign up to share your grief with us, and we will share our grief with you. My name is Sharon Brubaker, and you can find me at Sharon at Healing Starts with the Heart.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. We look forward to talking to you so much more.
Bye.